is it?
Wonderful. I've said it. Just
What is your best pre-workout food, snack, meal?
Banana and an apple with a glass of Barocca every morning before I come to train.
What about in the afternoon?
Right before training, so usually I won't have anything right before training in the afternoon, but I like training on a full stomach, so I usually eat an hour and a half or 2 hours before training. You eat a whole bowl of probably some spaghetti bolognese or some kind of meat with some rice.
If I was eating spaghetti bolognese every day before I went to train, I would be 3 times bigger than what I already am. But I'm 37, he's 18. CrossFit Games inspired workout?
Yep, with pegboards as well. So they did 5 rounds of 1 pegboard, 100 double unders, 10 split snatches, and then 10 split clean and jerks. Did it at 35 and 22.5.
We have a 30 kilo dumbbell, so we're going to do 30. I happen to have a drag rope, so I'm going to use the drag rope as well. Should be hard.
Just going to work my way up and down. My calves nice and slowly. I like this double ball, it gets both sides of my calves at the same time, but if you don't have a ball, dumbbell will work perfectly well. In the middle, hips off the ground, and just roll up and down. Work all the way from the bottom of your ankle all the way up to just below your knee. 2 rounds of the following, 20 calf pumps at a pretty decent rate. Reach through, twist through your back, keep pressing into the ground hard here, reach through as much as you can, and then other side. 5 each side, 5 RDLs on each arm. I've got a piece of chalk here. I'm going to walk over to this wall as high as I can reach. Now with this chalk, I'm going to have 3 attempts to see how much higher I can draw a line above that line. Winner, winner. 2 rounds of 5 dumbbell swings each side, 5 dumbbell cleans each side, and then 5 dumbbell split jerks each side, just to practice, number 1, our foot movement for the workout, as well as practicing that cycling of that dumbbell. I'm just thinking about using my hips as much as possible, trying to keep my grip nice and relaxed, pop my hips through as hard as I can. Now, next I got the clean part. So from here, I'm just keeping that dumbbell as close to my body as possible. Okay, I'm still snapping my hips just like I was in the swing, but keeping the dumbbell close. Opposite foot goes forward every time. Feet together before you bring the dumbbell back down.
Same hand that you've got the dumbbell in, that's the leg that's going to go back. As soon as that dumbbell touches your shoulder, you're going to think that same leg goes back. That touch of the dumbbell on my shoulder is pretty important for me. That gives me my opportunity to focus on the dip, the drive, and then it'll give me a little bit more time to think about the leg that needs to go back. When that dumbbell hits this shoulder, I know it's this leg that needs to go back. Really don't rush the dip, because that's going to be your opportunity to get that dumbbell up high when you finish that drive, and then you're under. definitely a little bit of practice with that. It's going to be hard to coordinate at the beginning, but I've done these movements before, and the hardest is probably the first 30 seconds worth. And then for the rest of the workout, you almost won't get any more mistakes because it's just ingrained in the back of your head. It just takes a little bit of brain power and practice at the beginning. If you can't coordinate this movement, or if you feel that you might get a little bit more intensity by cancelling out the footwork, 5 snatches. Something it might be a little bit more familiar with. Dumbbell clean and press. If you don't have a dumbbell, a plate ground to overhead 10 times will be absolutely fine. Two to go.
2 to go. That rope is so hard.
What was the hardest part?
The last 4 rounds of the dumbbell, but from the start I found the skipping really difficult, just taxed my grip a lot.
I thought bringing the dumbbell down every time was really hard to hold on to. My hands are so wet, dumbbell was wet, and it was just slipping out of my fingers every time I went between the legs.
Sweatbands for sure, needed.
Perfect day for it, didn't use them. But resting 2 minutes each time definitely made the intensity stay high. That was awesome. And just remember to keep logging your scores on Train Heroic and be on the whiteboard, just to help keep yourself accountable so we can see your scores as well. Don't get out of the habit of doing that. Try and keep eating well during these next couple of weeks.
Stay in routine.
Even though it's not as hot as it's been, try to keep the fluids up. You might not feel as thirsty as a couple of weeks or months ago, but just keep drinking a lot, you're still sweating. And then Zoom classes are really fun, so 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. They're always going to be different to the workout of the day, and they're just going to be a quick little 30-minute hit out, a lot of core stuff, a lot of things you can do on your lounge room floor, and a little bit of breathing and stretching at the end. So let's get them numbers up. They're really fun to see everyone's face again.
For sure. Good to see everyone on Tuesday morning. See you on the next one.